Life Ever. I love you. Watch out. Third video log for today, and I was just last talking about being in the movie called White Man Can't Jump. Just in the audience, and I wasn't cheering, I wasn't rooting for anybody, I was just sitting there and watching what was going on. And I knew there was a film. I didn't think the camera would be coming towards us, so I never really got any word of that, and I overheard things and blah blah blah. I wasn't really ready, just sitting there. But everybody was rooting and cheering and stuff, and I wasn't really in there. It was just the first time ever being on film. Well, yes, well, no. It's not the very first time I've been on film. Was it around when I was 18? I can't remember now. But it was White Man Can't Jump, and the very first time it would have been on film, but I was a bad kid in the neighborhood. I was really bad, and I would have been on film around 7 or 8 years old. And there was a movie that was filmed in the one city I was living in at that age, and the film itself saying that it was filmed someplace else, but they had filmings on that street and that school, and a lot of us were out of school at the time, and there was auditions and stuff, and I just wanted to be one of the kids in the crowd, or be one like with the movie. I mean, it was something cool, because my one cousin was involved into like a little bit of film industry kind of thing, because he went from breakdancing to DJing to doing some filming and stuff, and he had this giant camera on his shoulder and stuff, and sometimes just dancing around, acting silly and doing silly things, and stuff like that. So I was kind of being ready, kind of ready to be in front of the camera. But since I got into a fight at school, and I was bad and causing trouble, it was not picked. So the one kid that did got picked, I was mad at him, for being picked. And then that one star, he got punched in the I didn't punch him in the eye. The one cousin punched him in the eye, and he was the one star. So ice cold did not hit the kid in the face. That was a real shiner. He got punched in the face. So that was that time. Another time, I think it was 12 or 13, and we were a part of some kind of like commercial thing, and our class was going to be part of a commercial. And that time I was supposed to be like dressing up nice to be in this thing, and that's always a must. My dad didn't have the money at that time, and I had a little bit of money, and that was the first time I started shoplifting. I think the first time. Yeah, it's about the first time I was shoplifting. And I got caught, I couldn't go to that store anymore. I couldn't get the clothes I wanted. My dad was mad at me. I was grounded. My dad was part of the class, and I wore the best of whatever I had kind of clothes at that time. So, there was some kind of little commercial about the school and stuff. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. I only remember pieces of that. Next other time, I think I was about 16, but I think I was around 16, 17, and I was in a Special Olympics thing. I wasn't a part, I wasn't doing like Special Olympics stuff, but I was helping out different people, like getting them water. If anybody had fallen over because of heat stroke, or somebody struggling about something, or needed him to move something, or somebody was looking for some place to go to, and I have a little map. So I was one of those people to help out different people, and I was drowned and stuff. And then I was about 17 years old, and I think it's about 3 or 4 towns over, and I got on the news thing and about Special Olympics, and I actually said a lot of good, key factored stuff, and I said, like, who are you rooting for? Like, for the power lift competition. I think it was power lift or deadlift. I think it was deadlift. And one person around my age, I always said, this is the guy. He's going to dominate, and he did, really good. He was a really strong kid, and he was yeah, it was like special needs, I guess you could say. Um, just he's just not disabled as like wheelchair, but he had the the specialness of him, and I had some good fun for the 2 or 3 days I was helping out, and I think I said it was some kind of credit I was going for. I think at that time, I think it was a credit. Yeah, something like that. I think it was a credit. I forget what it was about, but decided to do that, and um, not only that, I was doing that there. I was also doing the special needs thing for people who are they're in little group homes and stuff like that, and good advice, and doing games and running around, and then that was still considered the same kind of credit. And then after that, I was working with the elderly. Elderly, they were blind and wheelchair, and they're old and they're sick, and doing stuff like that. And it was still another part of the credit and stuff like that. And I think there was a fourth one. I think. Let's see. There was that one, two, three, and fourth one. Oh, the fourth one was about. It was some kind of big group, about kids, getting in trouble with the law, and we had to turn them around, kind of scare them into not doing like bad deeds in the community and stuff. And I was part of that credit, so four different things and stuff like that, and that gave me like a credit, and it was pretty good. It's not like lasted at least that one semester and different stuff. All those four pieces became one credit, so the quarter credit, half credit, 3/4 credit, or whatever you're going to say about. So yeah, I was talking about being in things, cameras, and being in film stuff. So that, well, I was almost in that one where I was 7, and then around 12, 13, and about 16, 17. And I think about between 18 and 20, I really wanted to be in someone to film. Different things that they were saying, write to us at this address or phone us at this address. And it was long distance. It was going to cost money, and there was different so like superhero movies that I wanted to be a part of. If it was being a crowd person or being one of the stars and stuff, and I didn't have money to travel. I didn't have money to even pay for bills or like any kind of phone bills. I didn't really have any skills for anything. Write my letters, they just got probably crumpled up, thrown away because there was nothing special about me. But I was called to do a session. I think it was an hour or two, and I had to do these like these words on a paper, and they would record my voice, and they said to keep it at a certain tone. Don't change my voice like I'm mimicking another character from like a cartoon and stuff like that, and I'm now talking like them in their voice. That I would just do my normal voice, what my character was about, and trying to have like different feelings for different words I was saying and sentences, and they recorded that, and I was a part of a cartoon. I do not remember what the cartoon was. I don't know if it was on TV or it was, I don't know. I got paid about $250, I think, $250 at that time, but at that time was good money, and I wasn't expecting that. And they said I did really well, like I stayed on a certain tone. I didn't like be louder or lower. I stayed in the same tone. Didn't try to voice change myself. And some of them was with like the different feeling, like a sentence. I would read the sentence in my head and it's like, okay, maybe this might have a little bit of feeling, because this person might be sad and stuff like that. And at least like you're sad, you're excited, you're happy. There's different things on there, and to try to keep it on the same tone. Like I'm not louder and not lower. That I'm on key and stuff like that. And of course, some things, mix up on words, or saying things too fast or too slow, retake, and I think it took like about 2 to 4 hours, I think, something like that. And I wasn't really expecting much of anything. I thought maybe it was going to 100, 150, but I got 250, and that was good. So, like I said, I don't know if I was in a cartoon for TV, some kind of animated cartoon for movies, or it was just thrown on the shelf, and it was just a regular movie. For at that time, it could have been VHS too, beta VHS at that time. So I made a little bit of money, and I was happy with that. I was happy, but I never did anything else other than that. Other than making money and stuff, I did kids' toys. Building kids' toys and send it back out, make a little bit of money. Of how quickly I can get it done, how many I can get done within a set period of time, and get paid a little bit of money there. Did the Tupperware sales and got paid a little bit there, and then got stepped for a lot of different stuff because people weren't paying me. They got their products and they weren't paying me. And they go, I'll pay you back later, me, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, when it comes to money, nobody cares, And I did the Avon thing, I did the Candlelight thing, I did Bath and Body thing. I also did the data entry thing. Questionnaire things. I also did the food and beverage one. I never talked about before. I did the food and beverage, like what kind of drink I'm drinking that day, for how much, at what time of the day, and also food, and how much of that food, whether it was a cost, where like all that stuff, all the details for, I think it was a week or 2 weeks. I think it was only a week, and then send it back out to them. And they said he was going to give me a little bit of money, and I didn't expect to be getting $200. It was like $210, $220, some of that. And I even did pass more, so I was supposed to do a week. I ended up doing 10 days of it, then sending out to them. They only need enough data for like 7 days, and then it's like a food and beverage data thing. They gave me like this little small device thing, and it was like first time I ever had anything like this. I think it was bigger than my cell phone. But it was a little data thing, and it's only for food and beverage. So I did that, and it was good. I know I was talking about being in film industry, or trying to be in film and stuff, and I've been in like different home movies and skits and fun stuff like that. And the camera being in front of my face was something that was like not really that new to me, and I was a part of that since I was probably 6 or 7 off and on through my life. And that was like movie cameras and a lot of different home movies of me playing baseball or soccer, basketball, horseshoes, and just generally having fun with sisters and stuff. And we had a lot of different films. But anyway, right now I'm at the end of this video. So if you guys do like this video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe to me. Please share this video on the channel. My benefit you, my benefit me. Please do tell your friends and family about me. Thank you for viewing this video. Tell me you guys watched it. Hope you all have nice days, morning, night. And remember, it's better to be Aboriginal than original.